actions of a predecessor of yours. How do you intend to restore integrity to the mayor's office if the city of Portland allows you to maintain your office?
Well, I have always, I have over a 2-decade career in public service. That has always been accompanied by plenty of press inquiry and public oversight as well. And I'd ask Portlanders to take a look at the whole swath of my 2-decade career. This was clearly an error. I clearly messed this one up, but it's an anomaly over the 2 decades that I've served Oregonians and Portlanders.
Right, if you hired a former news reporter, Amy Ruiz, who approached you with this story a year earlier, you lied to her about this story then, and you just hired her to be a sustainability policy advisor. This morning we've spoken with several people who also went for that position. One of them had 6 years experience in planning and sustainability. The position required a master's in planning and sustainability. Amy Ruiz does not have that qualification. Did you hire her to cover this all up?
Oh, absolutely not. There are a number of journalists that I understand applied for the position. As when I was chief of staff to Mayor Vera Katz, and I did the hiring and firing. My chief of staff, Tom Miller, does the hiring and firing. And so, if I could finish, Matt. And so, as far as everybody knew until last Thursday, everyone had exhausted all the possibilities on this story, and including my conversations with Amy. So when the hiring process was underway, there was no idea that there is any sort of active interest in the story. Further discussions about Tom's decision to hire Amy, I'm sure he will be able to answer, since I was not part of that process.
But the decision was taken by Lisa Libby, not Tom Miller. Tom Miller wasn't present.
Matt, that's not accurate. And I'll discuss that at a later point.
Okay.
Mayor, did you lie about anything else during your campaign for mayor?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Mayor, why do you think an apology is enough?
Well, I don't think apology in and of itself is enough. I think that being available to answer questions, I think discussions with my colleagues on council, I don't think an apology in and of itself is enough. I will be subject to greater scrutiny because of this, and that's appropriate. And I'm going to be available to continue to answer questions.
Did you have sex with him when he was 17?
No.
Did you seek any guidance from former Mayor Goldschmidt about how to deal with this situation or how to cover up the previous situation?
No.
Sam, have you ever fired anybody for lying?
I don't recall that I have had to.
I guess I want to know what consequences beyond being available to the public, beyond coming clean, beyond apologizing, what consequences, honestly, do you think you should face for this?
Well, I'm facing them. I'm being held accountable, which is appropriate. My reputation has been impacted. Friendships have been impacted, and that's appropriate as well. I'm going to be subjected to additional scrutiny. I'm going to have to work hard to regain people's trust, for which I know I have lost. So I have work to do.
Commissioner Leonard spoke up on your behalf back in 2007. I know he's still supporting you, but very upset about being lied to. What did you say to him when you talked to him last night about this?
I called to apologize as well, that I hadn't told him the whole story, and said that I look forward to sitting down with him and talking about it more.
He wants an investigation. We have transparency now in this investigation, everything open so that we can vet this.
We have made all the documents available. We'll make them available again. Yeah.
What about Beau Breedlove's parents, Sam? I mean, we've got a 42-year-old man or 44-year-old man trying to date their kid. He was 17. He went to his party. And before he was 18, and they're betting. I mean,
Before he's 18?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
When he's 18, you're in bed with him.
Well, this was a consensual relationship, but again, I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it was appropriate for me to have that
What
relationship.
would you say to his parents? Or have you talked to them? Have you apologized to them?
No, I hope to, though. I just got back into town, so I've got a lot of people to talk to and a lot of people to apologize to.
Mayor Adams, you characterize this as a mentoring relationship, and I would like to know how you would suggest to people throughout the city of Portland who volunteer their time to be mentors for people of all ages in this town, how you would suggest to them that they discuss this issue of taking a mentoring relationship and having it become a sexual relationship, and how you would have them address the issues of power inherent in such a relationship.
Well, again, it was an error on my part, and Bo wanted to meet with me to get my advice, and the relationship developed after he turned 18, and again, it was inappropriate on my part, and I'm the one that should be held accountable. I was the older adult.
How do you suggest to mentors throughout this city that they address that in the context of their own mentoring relationships? And how do you suggest that the mentoring relationships that are such an important part of the volunteer network of the city, how do you suggest that we retain the strength of those relationships in this very public shaking of confidence in mentoring relationships?
Well, I think that Portland is very lucky to have a lot of very successful mentoring relationships. And this particular relationship, started out with Bo asking for my advice on a specific topic, and over time changed. It was consensual, but not appropriate, and I'm sorry for that. And I think it's an example to other mentoring relationships on mistakes to avoid.
Mayor Adams, what is your response to members of the gay community who say that you're held to a different standard, that your personal life is held to a different standard because of your sexual orientation?
In what way?
In regards to inquiry into it.
I think this is fundamentally an issue of a public official lying. I don't think that this fundamentally is an issue about sexual orientation. Other people can debate that, but for me, it's about an error in judgment and seeking to make amends for that by being very upfront about the mistake and not carrying it on.
You were supposed to be in Washington, D.C. today for the inauguration. Do you feel that this is really tainted this day for the people here?